Okay, here's my broken theme park ride selector, or is it? We don't know just yet. We've been told it doesn't work for certain values of age and things on certain rides, but we don't actually know. We have to do some tests. So the idea is that you put in your age and it tells you which rides you can go on. So if I put the age of, for example, what does the book say? The book says, let's try age 8, which is not my age, although I act that way quite a lot, turns out. Hit check your rides and boom, it works fine. We can go on these 3 rides, but Downhill Mountain Run and Regurgitator, you have to be 12 to go on those, so you can't go on them. Have an ice cream instead. You'll be fine. So let's put 12 in here, because 12 we know is an age which should work for everything. Hit check your rides and ooh, there's an error. This should not be red, it should be green. So the theme park owner is correct. There is a problem with our program, and our friend that wrote the code has probably made a mistake, which is, well, it's called programming. Everyone does it. I do it not as much as I used to, but I still put bugs into code because, well, everyone does. So let's open up the code in Visual Studio Code and have a little look. Here it is. So this is the do check age function, which runs when the rider presses the check your rides button. It goes off to get the age element, the area where we type in our age. It gets the value out of there, which is what this bit does here. And then having done that, it converts that into a number, which is what this bit does here. Having done that, we can then start deciding which rides are going to be green and which rides are going to be red. Now, we can get hold of the scenic river thing and set that to green straight away, because anyone can go on the scenic river cruise. That's fine. To do the rest, we have to do a little bit of work. So here we get hold of the carnival carousel element, which is okay if you're more, if you're actually 3 or over. If your age is less than 3, we go no. If your age is bigger than 3, we go yes. That's fine. We know that one works. Let's have a look at Jungle Adventure. Right, same pattern. Get the element on the screen. If it's less than 6, you can't go on it. If the age is bigger than 6, you can. Downhill Mountain Run, you have to be 12. Now at the moment, everything looks okay. Let's look at this guy though. Hang on. Age less than 12, that's the right age. If you can't go on it, we go red. Otherwise, ooh. What, can you see what's wrong here? Because I can, but I've been programming for so long that I could do this in my sleep probably. Although I've not tried, and maybe I shouldn't ever try. If it's less than 12, I turn the element for the downhill mountain red. Fine. If it's allowed, if I can go on it, I'm actually turning the wrong thing green. I'm turning the Jungle Adventure one green. That's not what should happen. I should change the thing if it's less than or greater than. So what happens, and we're seeing this in the program, is that even though I'm allowed to go on it, it isn't turning it green. It's leaving it as it was before. And if that was red, as it was, then we can't go on it. Now, this is a particularly nasty kind of bug, because it kind of depends on the sequence of operation of the ride. If the previous person had been able to go on that, we might not have seen the error. But in this case, it does show up, because what's happened is that this text here is the wrong thing. It's actually quite an easy fix. I just have to take this chap, and I have, oh gosh, that went badly. Gosh, that really went badly. Yes, what have I just done? We're back, it's all good. I have to sort of keep on pressing. There you go. I have to replace this downhill mountain element with, sorry, wrong one, wrong way around. This guy is incorrect, this guy is correct. So I have to copy you, and I have to paste you there. And now, if it's less than 12, we go red. If it's bigger than, or we go green. So now I've fixed it. Wonderful. That's the bug fixed. I will go through and check all the rest, but trust me, they're all okay. But you can see that actually what's happened is that the user, the person writing the code, sorry, for whatever reason, has typed in the wrong element here. They've made this mistake here. The question in the book is, How on earth would you type jungle adventure rather than downhill mountain? It doesn't seem something which your fingers would tend to do. And the answer is no, you wouldn't if you were typing it from scratch. But what our friend has done is he's used what's called the magic of block copy. And I'll show you what this looks like. He's copied this code using Control-C and Control-V like that, because he doesn't want to type it all again. And then he's just gone in and changed these bits to match the new ride. So there's a standard way in programming, and I'm not a big fan of block copy because I think it never ends well, as we've just seen. But you copy a piece of code to repeat it and then change the bits in it that make it specific for the new context. If you forget to change something, you get the effect we've just seen, which is that you get a bug which happens because you haven't got one of the names right. And so, yes, it's you might think it's a weird thing to do, but trust me, I've looked at thousands, and I do mean thousands, of pieces of code written by students over the years, and this is a stock fault. If they have to do this 10 times, there's a very good chance that they will actually end up block copying themselves into problems by forgetting to update bits when they should, and it's a cause of problems you should try not to have happen. And so be aware of this. Don't use block copy even though it's tempting. And so we found the bug, we kind of know why it's caused, and it's actually as much a cultural thing as a programming thing, because programmers tend to try and use the easy things, and block copy is a way of doing that. So now we know what's caused it and how to fix it, we can go back to the book. Thank you.